just take the time to heal and to complete your life.
Okay, for me I disagree with healed. My advice is do not hold back. Move. Life immediately. That's what I'm talking about.
If you've separated with someone or after a breakup, it's not your time now to be all over their face, all over their friends, trying to tell them bad things about them.
They don't change. Even the next one will not work.
I agree.
So kama hiyo uko, it has not worked, kanyaga kubwa kubwa, songa mbele kama injili, and look forward to the next one that God will bless you with, okay?
Hello! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Yoni Love Sisters.
Yes.
Today we have an exciting topic that has ever touched any one of us. All of us as a grown-up, there is no way you will say you've never gone through a breakup, and if you've not gone through one, possibly one is awaiting for you, but we're not wishing you anything. But we just want to talk about breakups because we discuss a lot about relationships. And sometimes someone will say, why do they talk about relationships? Relationships are in our day-to-day lives.
Exactly.
Yeah, the way you interact with people, you don't have to have like a certain amount of knowledge to discuss relationships because you always find yourself in one, whether you're knowledgeable or not. So today we just want to discuss about how to handle breakups. A very sad moment. No one waits when you fall in love with someone. You expect you are happily ever after, but sometimes it's like sadness just creeps in. There's a breakup. You don't know how to navigate through it. So, who will go to take us through point number 1?
Sylvia has said, all of us, you know, we're talking about relationships because we are human beings, and at one point or another, you get into a relationship or out. And for me, what I would say about dealing with the breakups, again, no one gets into a relationship hoping they'll be out tomorrow, or, you know, with that intention. But it happens. So when it happens, for me, what I've realized, the most important thing that one needs to do is to accept. Accept that you entered into this relationship hoping it will work, but it has not worked. So, and I've seen most people struggle and are stuck there because they don't want to accept it. But if things go south, kubali, but okay, you know, it's never a good thing. It's never a happy moment. But the moment you accept, that is the first step. For me, I think that's the first step to any other process. And you see most people nowadays, people are killing each other, people are following each other, people are doing so many wrong things. Reason being, you've not accepted what just happened. But if you accept, then you're able to deal with it, you're able to seek the right counsel or guidance, and you're able to progress.
Wow, that is true, Vivian. And I totally agree with you. Because accepting is in fact one of the things that make most people either heal or fail to heal. And healing is one step of moving on. And for me, what I would advise is just be positive and optimistic. I know it sounds ironical, because this is a moment that maybe you are at your lowest, and you can't just find yourself or bring yourself together to be that optimistic. But as Vivian has mentioned, accepting is one step. But again, you don't want to find yourself bitter or anger with yourself or with everyone. Because the moment you not accept yourself, as Vivian has said, there is no way you will become positive or optimistic. And it is only through that acceptance and healing is when, and you start being optimistic, is when you even start looking life at a different angle, and even you start maybe finding yourself, giving yourself that chance again to love or to get yourself into a relationship. So the moment you encounter that breakup, which we are not wishing anyone to go through that, as Sylvia has mentioned that again, it's just a matter of how to handle, because we've seen issues of depression. The reason why we chose this topic is because most people do not heal, or they handle breakups wrongly. That is why even we found we are seeing a lot of negative publicity on our medias and all that about homicides and all that. So it is through acceptance, healing and all that. So just be positive and you'll get someone better, or even you will be yourself, you will heal yourself. Yeah, so just be optimistic and be positive as much as it is. That time is not even the time when we should be talking about positivity. But I know that it is ironical, but it really helps. With time, you'll come to understand and accept, and, so, and you know, like for sure, it really helped.
Whoa. Yes, I agree with Sharon and Vivian. For sure, you must accept the situation. You must be positive about it. Yeah, and I think for me, something that I would want to add is you must be someone who is able to, you know, draw back and reevaluate your life. So you just need to take time. Honestly, I don't believe in this aspect of people coming from one relationship to another one. It's like nothing happened. And I'm looking at people like this because I know some are not of the same school of thought. But yes, take your time. I believe you need to take your time so that you don't make the same mistakes that probably you made. And sometimes it's not like you made any mistake. Things just did not work. And sometimes there are no explanations. Maybe when we go to heaven, that's where God will explain some of these things. But at some point you don't need to understand. But just take your time to heal, to evaluate yourself, to set some goals around your life that can make you a better person. But bottom line, just take that time to heal and to evaluate your life.
Okay, for me, I disagree with Hilda. It just depends. You know, there are some people. For me, I don't feel like a breakup is a sickness or a disease that you should be nursing it and be like, for me, okay, it depends with the level of
with the extent that you are in. You can't say you've been in a relationship with someone for 5 years and then you break up and then nothing happened. You're like, moving on.
That's what I'm saying. It depends with the level of relationship and whatever the breakup is. Let's say if it's a divorce, if it's a separation, if it's something like that, a lot has to go through. Even there's a divorce process that needs you need to go through. That one you can sit down and evaluate, and even the emotions that you invested in this particular relationship. But they are just relationships that you immediately swipe left and like next.
But that means maybe you didn't know this person for long, you never interacted with this person, and even you never felt this.
That's why I'm saying
because if you love someone
with the level of the relationship and emotions. It's not like an automatic thing after a failed or a breakup. You are supposed to go withdraw and
let us know how you advise people to handle
if it's a relationship that has just ended and you've realized you've accepted and nothing good will come out of this relationship and there's room for you to get in another relationship. For me, my advice is do not hold back. Move life immediately. That's what I'm talking about. Kama injili, tembea. The gospel of the Lord will always move forward. The same with life. So you just move on. For me, I don't feel like, you know, some people lose out on good people because they are still like, I need to reevaluate. I need to think of this. If there's someone else that has come into your life and they're ready to start a relationship with you, move on. But for you just to say you need your time to heal, reevaluate, and you're not making steps towards what you want in terms of relationship, I don't agree. Okay, for me, I would say after a breakup, don't go around stalking your ex like, where was he? Like, because you'll find out that when you like the person you've been dating or you've been married to, you have very many common friends together. You've created a lot of friends together. Your family knows these people. So don't go around like even on social media. People will always go and stalk them on social media. What have they post? Who are these ladies or men who are liking their post? Who are these people commenting on their post? So you don't need to put yourself through that trauma. Don't stalk someone going like moving around their neighborhood, checking if who is what time they parked, what time they came back home, how life is treating them. No, let them go. You move on with your own life. Do not stalk anyone. Yeah, that's like being a psycho.
Yeah. By the way, and maybe something else. I think, of course, we talked about all those which are very important. It's also to respect someone's life and privacy. If you've separated with someone or after a breakup, it's not your time now to be all over their face, all over their friends, trying to tell them bad things about them. Don't say bad things about someone, because this is someone you once loved. And maybe you even have children with them.
Share moments
share good moments. So even if there's a
that.
breakup, respect people's lives and privacy. Don't go telling bad things about them.
Sure, that is very true.
Yeah.
And again, I also always also advise, the moment maybe someone is going through a heartbreak, I always advise people again to avoid social media. In terms of even you posting what you're posting, because you know that time is maybe you want to prove a point, or you want to pass a message, and perhaps that might not be the right time or the right message that you are relaying out there. So in most cases also, I always just advise people, if you are going through that difficult moment or even a breakup, it's just advisable to minimize or minimize social media engagements and all that.
Don't post those private your social media.
Okay, I think for me the last thing maybe I will share is, if someone is going through a breakup, please also surround yourself with, have a community of people around you that will act as a support system. Just hang around, if it's your friends or family, people who affirm you, people who still believe in you, people who still encourage you, so that you can also feel like, I mean, life is still moving on, life is still happening. So surround yourself, have a support system. People, for sure it's a hard time. It's a difficult time. Hang around people who will energize you, not drain you. Those who don't hang around people who at that time they want to tell you why it did not work. You know, even
where you were wrong.
You know if you just did like this and that.
And if you don't change even your next relationship,
if you don't change, even the next one will not work.
I totally agree with you on that. But again, there are people who, when they go through a difficult moment, they always want to retract, like they just want to withdraw and just heal first before they.
That's still okay.
Again, that's okay.
That's the way. But
I would advise your approach, because in that moment of withdrawing and being in a lone moment is that time someone even is going through depression, but talking out with someone, letting out,
that's when the devil preaches to you louder.
Also, I would add that some breakups are not easy. You find that people have been damaged so badly by the time they're coming out of these relationships. So do not be afraid to seek help.
Yes,
professional help. You know, for me, I always say go seek professional help. Go through therapy. Just find a way that you will go through therapy. You go through help that is needed, so that you can heal. Because there are people you find that they're coming out of relationships that have been abusive. People are coming out of relationships that have been very toxic. So and also, just get help, but don't, as well as most people have been misguided where they're getting help. For me, I believe so much in the church that you can go for counseling in the church, but again, also in churches, some people have been misled in issues they've been told, we go and pray about it, but go seek professional help. I'm not disputing that church can't give you good help, but sometimes, they're not in that capacity to help you. Just go seek professional help, a counselor, a therapist, or someone that handles these things as you continue to pray.
And as Sylvia, you've mentioned something, the relationship might have been abusive. And when you talk about abusive, most people don't understand that abusive relationship just goes beyond the physical abuse. Also psychological, mental, emotional. All encompasses abuse.
A topic we can discuss until tomorrow.
Yes.
I hope you've learned something, and you can continue sharing with us some of the tips, or ways that people can manage themselves or can go through a breakup and ensure that they remain positive and they look forward to another beautiful relationship, or they look forward to another beautiful marriage, because that's God's plan. That we will all enjoy beautiful relationships and beautiful marriages. So kama hiyo it has not worked, kanyaga kubwa songa mbele kama injili, and look forward to the next one that God will bless you with.
So for now, it was a provisional.
And if you got results and you think even if it's provisional, kubali, just kubali matokeo and move towards a better future. And if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, if you're not following us on Instagram, please do so and continue to enjoy our amazing content. We bring it amazing.
Yes, and join the community.
And join the Unilove family and the entire community.
If you are, by the way, a counselor or even a profession that you have spoken about, a psychologist or what, you can leave a comment down there. Someone might reach out. You never know. The comment section. And for now, it is a bye-bye.